Hey everyone, this is John from Chaotic Commander, and today we have a brand new guest on the channel, and I'm pretty excited. So today's game, I'm going to be playing the Micro Tyrant. So I had a draft box of Ravnica Remastered, and it had some Dredge stuff in it. I was like, hey, that's synergy, so I threw something together really fast. If you watched Tuesday's stream, it did some pretty cool stuff, but it's nothing too crazy. So today's rules for the game is Fire Cell, so all spells cost 1 colorless mana less for the whole game, and just ended already. During our end phase, we lose 1 life.
John,
So
we're not visible.
we're not visible.
I can see. I'm seeing on.
On Twitch?
Yeah.
Oh, let me
Yeah.
reload it then. Maybe that's it. Sorry.
Oh, okay.
'Cause it was stuck on the. Okay, sorry. It must have been me.
No, you're good.
I apologize. It was on the starting. I could hear, but it was on the starting
Oh.
screen.
Well, hey, that's half the battle. Hearing is half the battle. All right. So next up, we have Dell.
Hey guys, I'm Dell, aka the Delicious God. You can find me on YouTube and or Twitter under that moniker. I do a lot of deck techs and pack openings I call cardboard therapy, where I open booster packs to cure my depression. I also do a lot of shit posting, so check me out there. Today I'm doing my Grenzo Dungeon Warden deck. It's all about trying to pop creatures off the bottom of my library, but I call it whiffing because I never hit what I need. So it should be fun. A little bit of chaos.
Awesome.
Yeah, that's what I got.
All right. I'm excited to see it. I know I played against this deck before, but I don't think it got to do too much.
60% of the time it works 100% of the time.
There you go. That's a good odds. All right. Next up, we have Brian.
Hey everybody, I am Brian, the Unskilled Commander on YouTube. Go check out the channel. Give it a subscribe if you wouldn't mind. I do gameplay videos where I play my decks against themselves to try and find their weaknesses. The idea is to get better at deck building and playing Magic, so I can maybe win a little bit more, and then also hopefully to get enough subscribers to do charity streams here on Twitch and on YouTube, raise money for different things similar to what John's doing tonight. I am playing Tessa Karlov. She's all about death triggers on my creatures. I built this off of all the cards I had that had death triggers, so it's not super synergistic, it's not like optimized, so I have to go look and see if there's better cards to put in, but she's a lot of fun to play, a little complicated if I, get too many popping off at once, but I'm excited to play her some more. See how she does in actual plays.
All right. And last but certainly not least, we have Lachlan.
Hello. I'm Lachlan. You can find me on most social media as Lachlan. I stream on Twitch as Loch Ness, where mostly I'm known for hosting Two-Headed Giant on Tuesday nights, where 2 teams enter and 4 friends leave, which is a ton of fun. So anybody who wants to play, reach out and we'll get you on. In real life, I host Hate Has No Home Here events at my local schools, and I run the Friday Night Magic event at the LGS in Antigonish that's trying to get up and going. And I've just started doing an RTFC TikTok series because reading the card doesn't always explain the card.
Nice.
And I needed to find another niche. So, but yeah, I'm super stoked to be here. I'm especially stoked to be on a charity stream. As somebody who works with children and as somebody who's traveled extensively in the developing world, I'm extremely happy that tonight's charity is Save the Children, I think, if I was paying attention.
Yeah.
Was I?
That's correct. Yeah. Save the children.
Reading is not my strong suit right now. So hopefully I remembered that correctly from earlier. So thanks for having me. I'm super excited. I will be playing for the second time in its illustrious career, Agar the Freezing Flame, which was a gift from the Commander deck exchange that Amara organized from Miss Eldritch. So Deanna built this deck. It is completely outside of my normal Commander zone, so I'm super stoked to see what it actually does. Its goal is to get, as far as I can tell, I'm supposed to do lots of excess damage. And if I deal excess damage to a creature or planeswalker an opponent controls, if it was done by a giant, wizard, or spell, I get to draw cards. Ooh, we like that.
Yeah.
Nice. I'm a little sad. My opening hand does not contain my signature spell, but there's 93 more cards in there, 92 cards more in the deck to go. So we'll see how that works.
All right, and just a reminder, so this is my charity month, so all Twitch revenue for the month will be going to Save the Children at the end of the month. So any bits, cheers, Twitch subs, Prime subs, all of that will be getting donated at the end of the month. Also on Twitter, I have a pretty big giveaway. So there's a Mana Crypt, one of the professor's academics, some playmats, some proxies and tokens. Lots of cool stuff. I'll put that in the chat if you're interested. Every $10 is 2 entries into that giveaway. $10 the minimum donation. It's kind of out of my control, but we are ready to go. So I actually won the die roll, so I will draw a card.
Why do I have to go last? Oh no.
Unfortunately, I will
Oh,
play a Woodland Chasm and pass.
it's all right.
Oh.
Draw.
Oh, thanks for those gifted subs there, buddy.
You betcha. You don't have to enter me into the thing or anything. I just wanted to support the cause.
I'll play a broken turn 1 by playing a tap geothermal bog and pass turn.
Brian?
Yep. All right.
I'm
untap.
gonna blame my lack of binocular vision on being able to distinguish the U's, because there's an unsummoned skull and an unskilled commander, and at this distance they all look the same.
That's true.
All right, don't forget we lose 1 life during our end step. I gotta. We gotta remember that.
All right, and then fire sale means all spells cost 1 generic mana less, right?
Yes, sir.
All right, and this is gonna be a real gross turn 1. So we're gonna
fuck.
drop a soul ring. I'm gonna tap that soul ring for an Ashnod's altar,
No.
Oh,
and then I'm gonna play a plains, and then that's it, and I will pass.
Okay. Well, jeez. All right.
I will drop.
What do you say? This deck's not optimized? What happened?
Okay.
Yeah.
Put my angular vigor down. Best top deck ever.
Okay. You guys are really about to hate me.
Oh, jeez.
You
Hey,
blow up
Lachlan,
my
you-
artifact, I'm gonna be so mad.
I'm not gonna do it. You're gonna
Yeah.
do it to yourself.
So my amulet of vigor is inviolate. There's like a haze around that card.
It's okay. It's all right.
You can
It's okay.
block
Just
anything else I own, but you've got to leave my amulet of vigor alone.
well, it's
I don't
not-
Hey, Lachlan, your stuff's still up on your screen, by the way, Lachlan.
Oh, it's all right. So I can't see them to read them if I don't hold them.
No. I meant your Twitch TV, your
Oh, see, I can't see that either.
and the little Loch Ness monster. Yeah, there you go. Okay.
Yeah, but
We'll
the
walk you through it. bud.
monster's at least cute.
It's
Yeah.
true.
I drew it all by myself, and I made stickers. So I
Aw.
handed them out, but Custom stole my scissors. Not Custom, TSA stole my little sewing
Oh
scissors.
no.
Spent all weekend like I'm some kind of ghetto creator, ripping stickers off. Yeah, it was really sad.
That's
I will play a Hall of the Storm Giant, and then I will do nothing else.
all right. I will
And
untap.
except lose a life.
Right.
Oh, yeah, me too.
Yeah. All right. I'll play a swamp as a land for turn. Yeah, I should do this because I kind of need to. Because I gotta slow Brian down. So I'm gonna tap this for a green.
What
Cast
do
a
you mean?
pick your poison. So each opponent will sacrifice an artifact.
Fucking hate you.
I know it's I understand. I get it. I
Fine,
would
I'll
too.
get rid of the Ashnod's altar.
There we go. That's what I wanted to see going.
I mean, I'm
Um,
gonna get rid of the soul ring. No.
And then after that, I'll just pass the turn. I'm sorry, but
I like your commander tray at least. That's
It's-
something nice I can.
Yeah.
So I just said something really nasty and mean, and now I've got back on brand, and I'm like,
oh, and I lose a life.
your commander tray is nice.
Thanks.
Got that going for you.
You could get that from Nerd Gear.
Blood Crypt.
Cool human.
Tap and pass.
Alright. Untap, upkeep, draw. I will play a swamp. Tap all these with 1 floating for Tetsukarlov.
Yeah.
She is a 2/4. If a creature dying causes a triggered ability of a permanent I control to trigger, that ability triggers an additional time, and creature tokens I control have vigilance and lifelink, and I don't run any real... There might be some things that make tokens when they die, but it's not like focused in the deck. It's another reason why I gotta reevaluate it.
Do you
But
know
I
what
passed
else?
turn.
You know what else slows Brian down?
What?
Having opponents that can play cards at him.
Yeah. Yeah.
Playing things coming in untapped would slow me down.
Yeah.
Only someone had an amulet of vigor.
Yeah. Yeah, I understand. I get it. It's okay. I'd be mad at me too.
Heart of the cards.
Oh, cool! Congratulations, that's awesome.
Yeah, that is super cool.
J-Ro is now an affiliate for Nerd Gear.
Nice.
Nice.
6.
Congrats, J-Ro. J-Ro, I love you.
All right. Is that your turn, Brian?
What? Yeah, I passed.
Okay, cool. Maybe I shouldn't have kept this opening hand. I don't really have a whole lot going on in here.
John, remember how I said I put more lands in here?
Yeah.
That's all I'm drawing.
So everything costs 1 generic less. Is that true?
Yep.
Yep.
Yes. Okay. So for 1 blue, I'm gonna cast an Ominous Seas,
Love that card.
and then I'm gonna use 1 red to pay the generic cost of a Relic Amulet. So whenever I cast an instant sorcery or wizard spell, I'm gonna put a charge counter on Relic Amulet. I can pay 2 and tap the amulet and remove all charge counters from Relic Amulet. It does that much damage to target creature.
Ooh. Okay.
Gross.
That is gross.
I think it's fine.
All right. Is that your turn?
That is my turn.
I'll untap. I will draw. Ooh, cool. I'll play a command tower. I'll tap this for green for an Arboreal Grazer. And then when it ETBs, I can play land tapped, so I'll play Swamp. And I'll tap 2 to get out the Micro Tyrant. And that is it. I'll pass and I'll lose my life. The end of my turn.
Oh yeah, I forgot to do that.
Yeah, it's so forgettable. It's crazy.
Roll. Gosh dang it.
No lands, buddy.
That's all I'm getting, bud.
Oh, that's all you're getting. No.
I'm like, come on, just something else for now. So I'm gonna do. I cast now. Temple of Malice, scrying 1, and I'm gonna pitch at the bottom and pass turn.
Was it a land? Was it a land?
I put it on the bottom, so it is not.
Oh, right.
Hoping I'm able to get that out with my buddy over here, Grenzo.
Oh, did I lose my life that I was supposed to lose? No, I must not have.
No, because this is turn 3.
Yeah.
You announced it, but you didn't do it.
There we go. That sounds about right. Sounds like me constantly cheating.
You monster.
I know.
I will play another Plains for turn. You passed, right, Del?
Yes, sir.
Okay. I will then tap 1, 2, 3. For Spiteful Squad comes in with 2+1/+1 counters on it. Has Death Touch, and when it dies, I put those counters on another target creature. Well, let's see. Everybody get crunk tonight.
Everybody clap.
Yeah,
Right.
take 2.
Dang, that's mean.
2. It's 2. Little 2.
2 commandy damage. So early.
This deck is not about commander damage. Commander damage, there's a big problem for both of us.
Wait, are we attacking Dell?
Yes,
Oh, yes.
I said you.
I'm a little out of it.
No, I know. I'm trying.
It wasn't actually clear who you were attacking. I just wasn't going to say anything in case it was me.
That must have been my fault then. I must have slurred Dell or something because I said 2 at Dell. I will pass turn then.
Brian, I still love you.
Dang, I love you too, man.
No.
It's an affirmation. Just saying.
All right, lose your life, Brian.
Oh,
I'm
yeah,
gonna-
thank you.
It's all right.
Draw a card.
I even have this stupid thing next to my deck to remind.
Does it mean you get to draw a Kraken token soon? That's cool.
Oh, like not even close.
You're an is it? You gotta have ways to draw lots of cards really fast.
You'd think, wouldn't you?
Hmm.
Let's see. I'm gonna play. Okay, let's do this. Let's play an island, and then. Yeah, I think. Well, let's not play an island.
Oh.
I play. Oh no, it only reduces by generic madness. That's not gonna help me at all. Okay, so I guess an island is fine. And I will island and a red to play an invasion of the giant. So I get to scry 2, and then its next one is draw a card, then reveal a giant card from your hand. When you do, invasion of the giant deals 2 damage to target opponent or planeswalker. And 3 is the next giant spell you cast this turn costs 2 less to cast.
Ooh.
So that will come in
Big discount.
1. Yeah, because things just got 3 cheaper. Giants are expensive.
Yes.
Krakens, giants.
I'm
this
gonna
is
have a
what
fire
matters.
sale on giants.
Here we go.
So I'm going to scry 2.
Okay. I need to draw something.
No, I don't get to draw. I just get to scry.
No, I'm talking about myself on my turn. I need to draw something because I don't have anything playable in my hand really.
Oh, neither do I.
Okay, cool. At least I'm not by myself.
Yeah.
That makes it better.
And then I will lose my. I will pass the turn and.
Draw. That's a thing. I will tap 3. I will cast Sentinel of the Nameless City. So ETBs, I'll get a map token. I will go ahead and tap and sack the map to explore. It goes to my hand. I'll play it as my land for turn. That's unfortunate. At least it has vigilance, I guess. I will pass and lose my life. Oh wait, I have one more untapped mana. It costs 1 less. I'll pass.
What, you don't want to take mana burn?
No, it's okay. You know what?
I'm looking at the Fallout Boy over there, and I'm like, I managed to get 2 Fallout Boy masks home in my carry, tied to the outside of my backpack in Chicago, and I'm like, do I want to like? Oh, that is so cool.
Nice.
I don't remember where I got it from, but I've had it for a minute.
Dang,
I've been
that's
wanting
sick.
to wear the mask, but I'm like, but I won't be able to see it. I'm like, wait, tonight might be the ideal time.
I am going to tap 4 using the discount and bring Grenzo out with 3+1s.
Oh man.
And that will be my turn. I'll take 1. Ow. And pass.
So he gets 3+1s because why?
I paid his 1 red, 1 red, 1 black, and then X. And he comes in with X+1s. So I paid 5 mana total, 3 for the X to get 3+1s. And he has the ability, I can pay 2. I'm sorry?
I'm not familiar with Grenzo.
He has ability for 2 mana. I can put the bottom card of my library to my graveyard, and if it has power less, if it's a creature with power less than his power, I get to put it on the battlefield.
Essentially, I was checking because now it seems to me that every time I kill it and you recast it, it just comes back bigger.
Well, it doesn't count the commander tax, though.
Okay, just the X.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
That'd be busted.
Well, that's what.
There were commander cards like that for how much mana you spent to cast it, and the commander tax would help you spend more to make it bigger, but
Well,
unfortunately, Grenzo's not like it.
The Ember Show is one that every time it comes back, it does more damage because presumably you have more mountains.
Right. This is not that good.
I do want to build a Thimbertro deck. That would be cool, I think. It's such an expensive card, though. Holy crap.
Astral Flames has one that is like super effective.
Alright, I played a Swamp for turn. I'm going to tap that Soul Ring using the discount to play Vito's Inquisitor. It's a 3/3. I can pay a black, sacrifice another creature or artifact, and put a +1/+1 counter on Vito's Inquisitor. It gains menace until end of turn.
That's a good one.
Yep. Really can't do much else. So I will take a damage and pass turn.
Okay, not swinging anything anyway.
I mean, it's not going to get in anywhere. I got a 2/4 and a 2/2.
Okay, so I have a draw for turn. No, enchantment's upkeep, right?
Yeah,
That's after you draw, right?
Yeah.
That's when the saga.
No. So I think sagas
Yeah.
happen in the upkeep.
They're on the upkeep, I'm pretty sure.
So there's my upkeep draw, and I should have stacked that differently. Did I do that right? It's upkeep happens before draw.
Yeah.
No, so the pre-combat main phase begins immediately after your draw step. You put another lore counter on, so it's after your draw. That's when you get another lore counter.
That was my draw.
Yeah, I thought.
And then it goes up. Well, there's so many of those that have so many different timings and things.
Mm-hmm.
So then I'm going to draw a card from that, and this will go up by 2.
Oh, jeez.
I do not have a giant in my hand to reveal, so there's no.
Okay, nothing's
Okay.
getting dead.
Nothing's getting dead. I will play a land for the turn. Okay, so I will pay 1 for an Atmosphere Surgeon. I will pay 2 red or an archetype of aggression. Okay, so the Atmosphere Surgeon, whenever I cast a non-creature spell, I can put an oil counter on Atmosphere Surgeon. And if I remove an oil counter for Atmosphere Surgeon, target creature gains flying until end of turn, but only as a sorcery. And the archetype of aggression is creatures I control have trample, and creatures your opponents control lose trample and can't have or gain trample.
Ah, cool. Cool.
And then I shall lose my life and pass my turn.
So I'm super stoked because the Tenacious D remake of Hit Me Baby One More Time is a full remake of the full song for the Kung Fu Panda 4 movie. And the soundtrack finally was released because the movie came out today. So I got the single off of Amazon. It is so good.
I heard you say that earlier. You really wanted that.
I'm so
It is
glad
pretty
it's a
good.
full song.
I'm gonna tap 2 for another chance, so I mill 2, then return up to 2 creatures from my graveyard to my hand, forest, and a blot out. So I descended once, no creatures though, so I will get a descent counter. I will move to combat.
Combat.
Yeah, let's see. And a 3/4 at Ryan with vigilance. So 3/4 coming at you, buddy.
3/4.
Yes, I will
Coming at me.
create a map token off of this attack.
All right. I will block it with my 2/2 with Death Touch.
So we'll trade.
All right. When Spiteful Squad dies, I put its counters onto another target creature. But because Tessa's out, so I get to do that twice. So I will put counters on each of my other creatures.
I will tap 2 for Fungal Rebirth, returning this to my hand. And since a creature died this turn, I get 2 Sapperling tokens. Get 2 of these on 1 greeno Sapperling. Okay, and then, so I just did it twice. I will tap this to sack the map. Myco Tyrant will explore.
Go on a little adventure.
Yeah, so
I think
that,
we'll hype one part.
yeah, so he'll get a +1/+1 counter, and I will descend again because I'll put an enchantment into the graveyard. So that 3 descend counters. I will pass the turn. I'll create 3 1/1 black fungus creatures that can't block. But now Myco Tyrant is a 7/7.
That's not good.
It's fine.
That's
He doesn't have
edgy.
trample anymore, so
And you take a damage, right?
yeah, I'm just drawing. Hold on.
Take your damage.
Take my damage.
Mountain for turn. Going to 4, 5, and discount for 6. I'm gonna play the Master Multiplied.
Oh, jeez.
He's got
Nice.
Myriad, and the Legend rule doesn't apply to tokens I control. And triggered abilities you control can't cause you to sacrifice or exile creature tokens you control. And that is all I can do for now. Pass turn. Ow!
You all right?
Yeah, I got pinged for 1 at the end of my turn.
Oh, that was your pick.
Oh. I'm like, you were just in the hospital. Don't
Yeah,
do that.
Yeah, that's why I was like, what's wrong? Jerry?
That is just me falling apart.
All right. Well, this is not boding well because I'm getting nothing but lands. So we're gonna go ahead to play Deadly Dispute. I'm gonna go ahead and sack the Soul Ring because everything costs cheaper anyway, as an additional cost, and then draw 2 cards, create a treasure token.
You didn't want to sacrifice your Vito's Inquisitor?
No, oddly enough, I do not.
Damn, that's too bad.
What did I draw? Okay, we got something. I will tap a black and 1 other, and it costs 1 less for Bastion of Remembrance. When it enters the battlefield, I create a 1/1 white human soldier creature token. Whenever a creature I control dies, each opponent loses 1 life, and you gain 1 life. Then I will tap a black, because it costs 1 less, for Bone Caller Cleric. That's 2/1. I can pay 4 mana, sacrifice the Cleric to return target creature card from your graveyard to the battlefield. Activate only as a sorcery. I will make my little 1/1 soldier, but I believe that's all I'm going to do right now. I will go ahead and take a damage and pass turn.
All right.
All right.
All right.
Okay. The next giant spell I cast this turn costs 2 less to cast. I believe it will in fact cost me 3 less to cast.
That is correct.
So I will tap 2 blue, and I will play Thrix, the Sudden Storm.
Fudge.
Value 5 or greater, costs 1 less to cast, and can't be cast.
I don't think anyone was playing blue, so I think you're safe. I think you're safe.
You
And
can tap this
then
White Plains and counter your blue fear spell.
I am
Mana
going
Tithe.
I'm going to pay 2 to cast Shared Animosity,
Oh.
which is an enchantment. Okay, I think I'm going to have to move my Infinity Tokens poetry out of the way. As passionate as I am about saving the children, I also want to, as the professor would say, show for Infinity Tokens, because they're not a sponsor, just cool. So Shared Animosity, whenever a creature I control attacks, it gets +1/+0 until end of turn for each other attacking creature that shares a type with it. So it turns out I have 3 different creatures.
So that doesn't
However,
work.
I cast a non-creature spell, so I'm going to put an oil counter on the Atmospheric Surgeon. And if I remove an oil counter from Atmospheric Surgeon, a creature gains flying until end of turn, activate only a sorcery.
Nice. Well, guess who doesn't have any flyers? Brian.
Anybody?
What?
Brian doesn't have any flyers.
Scared of Brian.
Well, you can keep your mouth shut. Don't worry about what Brian has.
I've got something with reach, so I'm not too worried.
I am going to pass my turn and lose my life.
Alrighty, I will untap, and I need to rip something good off the top. That is good. I'll cast the Tarian Soul Cleaver for free, and I will pay the 2 equip costs to equip it to the Myco Tyrant. So now it has Vigilance. It lost Trample, but still 7/7 with Vigilance is pretty good.
A little bit.
Pretty good. Let's see here. I will tap 2 for another Sentinel of the Nameless City. Well, it's the same one. It's just back.
Look who's back.
So I
Back
get
again.
another map token, and I will explore again with the Micro Tyrant. Let's see, what do we got? Mephitic Vapors. I will actually keep that on top because putting it in the yard doesn't really do much for me. But it could really buff the Micro Tyrant. So 7/7. Alright. I am going to move to combat.
Welcome to combat.
I am going to send 3 of my fungus. I'm just going to send 1 at each of you. So just 1/1 coming at each of you.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Do you
That's
have open mana?
I do not have any open mana. But if they die, I will get.
Take them all.
If they die, I will get the Soul Cleaver trigger.
And the Soul Cleaver trigger is...
It gets a +1/+1 counter on the Micro Tyrant every time. Oh, actually, I get 1 from the map token leaving. But anytime an artifact or a creature leaves my battlefield, I get a +1/+1 counter.
Yeah, I'll take the 1.
Fair enough. What about you, Dell?
Oh, I already took it.
Oh, Brian, you're gonna take it?
No, I'm gonna block with my 1/1 soldier and kill it.
Okay, sweet. So I will lose 1.
You don't pay the 1 either, do you, Brian?
Well, here's the thing. Whenever my 1/1 guy dies, that triggers Bastion of Remembrance, which triggers twice because of Tessa. So you're each gonna lose 2 life, and I'm gonna gain 2 life.
Oh, you little shit.
That's
Yep.
cool. No, it's.
I think I've said this before. If I could ban one kind of deck from Commander, it would be like Pain and Drain decks.
All right, and that is gonna be it for my turn. I will pass.
They're always so cool when everybody else
And I'll
plays
lose
them.
my life.
It doesn't work.
Well, that doesn't draw me anything good. But
So it's like, it's awful when you do it and great when I do it.
Right, yeah.
2. We'll do 2 for a Phyrexian Altar.
Oh, nice. Nice.
I'll play a Badlands for turn. And then I'm going to whiff. But it's not going to be a whiff because I put him there. A little Lorthian action. Orthian. Hero of Lovebrink. His ability can make a token copy. Let me start over. Create a token that's a copy of another target creature you control. Gains haste, sacrifice the end of the next end step. Activate only as a sorcery. And then for 6 and 3 red, create 5 tokens that are that.
Gross. So, and they won't go away because of your guy.
At least not for now.
Reputation stapled to, I don't know what.
Well, that's a problem. We've got a threat. Threat alert in the
Oh,
chat,
man.
please.
Okay, coming up from behind, it's Dell with whatever the hell he's doing over there. I'm going to do Grenzo again because I'm a gambler. And, ooh,
Oh shit.
Sauron the Lidless Eye.
Wow.
Enters the battlefield, gain control of target creature and opponent controls till end of turn. Untapped against haste till end of turn. What was that big thing swinging around?
what big thing's swinging
Oh,
around.
what's your Myco Tyrant at?
It's an 8/8.
I think I'm gonna borrow that for a little bit.
Oh, that's fine. You're gonna have it.
Then I'm going to move the combat.
Right.
Welcome to combat.
John, you've done this to me once. I'm gonna do this to you. You took my commander and attacked me once in an old game.
Sure.
I'm returning the favor. I'm gonna come at you with your own Micro Tyrant and the OG Master,
Okay.
which makes 2 other copies of
So it's
him as well.
What is it?
Coming at Lachlan.
They're 4/3s?
4 3s, yes, sir.
Okay, that was dumb. All right.
Super other favor.
Yeah.
Under that, instead of because if you're using counters to count size, I can't also handle them being used to count quantity.
Okay.
My brain can't process that. I'm sorry. That is part of the intellectual disability.
Lachlan, you're good, bud.
So
Just don't judge me that I'm using off-brand Infinite tokens because 1, I had these forever, and 2, I did.
Never shame someone for buying the thing they had access to or the thing they can afford. My whole thing in that is that there was a better way for the company to have approached that whole situation.
Oh, I agree.
all right.
But
so,
I have gotten jive for having these.
Well, you shouldn't, because even Megan herself will say that, there's no copyright or trade there's. She's not the first person to make reusable
Right.
things like that. She's just the first one to put her own special touch on them, and the quality is higher than everybody else's. But
Oh, yeah.
she's never claimed to own the whole concept.
Not at all.
It's
But I
just a
did feel guilty that I did not own any of their stuff. So I have bought some.
All right. So
Uh,
let's go to blocks. I'll put a Sapperling in front of the Micro Tyrant because it doesn't have trample, and then I'll put Sentinel of the Nameless City and trade with the OG Master.
So they're 4/3s.
Yeah.
4 3s.
Yeah, I guess I'll try throwing Thrix in front of one of them.
So in responses to blocks, Brian, do you have any blocks?
Oh, you're throwing one at me?
It's
Yeah,
Miri.
Oh, right, okay. No blocks.
Okay.
Really?
So the one OG Master that's getting blocked, and the other one I'm gonna sack to make 2 mana to do Grenzo again. It is a swamp. It goes to the yard.
Okay.
And then
actually, we don't trade.
Yep. And then the Micro Tyrant and the other token are gonna get sacrificed after combat, so no damage gets dealt. It's not as the 4 to Brian, I think, right? So your Sapperling would die, and then I'll do another whiff. And Soldevi Digger.
So you just
With a lock-
sacrifice things and play cards off the bottom of your library for free?
He's got Phyrexian Altar, so he's sacrificing him for mana and then using that mana
Yeah.
to do the Grinzo thing.
Oh wow, that's kind of cool.
Oh, wait, shoot. So Master goes to the graveyard. I put it off to the side of my tokens, almost lost my card.
Well,
And that will be my turn.
well, that's cool.
Yeah, I've optimized this deck at least that all the creatures are targeted to be 5 and less to be able to hit Grenza, because there's too many times where good creatures go to the graveyard because I can't do anything.
Oh, I didn't
And,
know optimized decks.
Listen, with assigned Badlands on the battlefield, I'm saying this isn't that optimized. I just had it long enough where it got pretty good. But
Playing a
that being said,
Planeswalker.
it's too random to be consistent. Oh yeah, I'm sorry, Brian. It's the end of my turn. Pink.
All right. Yeah, I know. You said. I'm gonna tap. I played a planes. I'm gonna tap 4, and sacrifice Bone Caller to return target creature card from my graveyard to the battlefield. So, Bone Caller Cleric dying triggers Bastion of Remembrance twice. So you each lose 2 life, and I gain 2 life.
And Brian, and all that shenanigans, you did take 4 from my guy, right?
Yeah, because I was at 37.
Just checking.
So then I'm going to bring Spiteful Squad back, putting 2 counters on it as it enters the battlefield, because that's what it says it does when it enters.
If you say so.
I mean, it does. That's what it says. I do say so, and so does the card. Then I'm going to Actually, give me a second to decide. What's really the things here? That's true. That's true. That's gone. Okay, so yeah, we'll do that. I'm gonna tap 1 and play Eaten Alive. I'm gonna, as an additional cost, I have to sacrifice a creature or pay 4 mana. I will sacrifice Spiteful Squad. So you will each take another 2. I'll gain 2, and then those 2 counters I will put onto Veto. And it says exile target creature or planeswalker. I'm going to exile your commander, Dell.
First of all, rude. And I don't think I have a response to that.
I can't applaud that any higher than.
It's besides shake my fist, and then I'm coming for you next time.
I feel like maybe. I don't know. I don't know if that was. I'm thinking here.
Are you responding to what happened, or
No, I have nothing. I'm tapped out. I'm just thinking. That's all.
I'm just thinking about
The
That's
think
fair.
step, you know.
I got no thoughts. I'm just vibing.
All right.
No thoughts, just let's see. I still have that little treasure, but that is well. No, wait a second. So when the counters went on, well, that wasn't part of its trigger, so it doesn't get the menace. But I do have a 7/7. But I should probably leave that up for blocks. So I will pass turn, take a damage.
A quick question: the thing that exiled my guy, was there any benefits on your end for it getting exiled?
No.
You just got
Okay.
to sack something to do it.
Yeah, which benefited me. But Eaten Alive itself just says it's pay black, and then an additional cost is sacrifice a creature or pay 4 mana, exile target creature or planeswalker.
I was gonna say in response, I'll sacrifice it to make a black mana do nothing, but that's beyond the point. I also like how Lachlan puts their lands on the battlefield. That's old school, bud.
Yes. I did that in my game with Mark Rosewater, and all he did was grin at me.
I bet.
That's awesome.
Back in the day when we started putting our lands back here, I was like, "Oh, this makes so much more sense to me," but I still like putting up front though.
So the idea was that your lands kind of went kind of closer to this. And then when you moved to attack phase, your attacking creatures went in front of your lands. So you never had any of this, like, people trying to, like, confuse you about which things were attacking and which ones weren't.
Right.
And I find if I put my lands back here, just because of the way the desk and the spell table is, I'm constantly picking my lands up off the ground, right?
I used to imagine like you're putting your lands up front where your creatures are attacking through your lands because you cast them, and you're making your own battlefield. I always thought that was kind of cool, like an RTS or something.
So I am casting Agar the Freezing Flame. Whenever a creature, planeswalker, an opponent controls is dealt excess damage, if a giant, wizard, or spell I control dealt that damage to it this turn, draw a card. I'm going to pay a red, and I am going to cast Expedite, targeting Agar the Freezing Flame. I'm going to get an oil counter, a charge counter, and an Ominous Seas counter, because I'm going to draw a card.
Get all the counters. Oh.
You don't need proliferate. You're making all those counters, bud.
Right.
And then I am going to spend an oil counter, get Agar the Freezing Flame flying.
He'd be flying.
Oh, jeez.
Sounds good.
And then I'm going to move to combat. And I think... how big are your creatures, Del?
3/3 and a 4/4.
And they're both on the ground?
Yep.
Okay. So I am going to swing at you for... I'm just checking to see if I... Okay. Oh, wait. Whenever creature you control attacks, it gets +1/+1 damage for each other attacking creature type that shares a type with it. So these are both giants.
So we get +1/+1.
One each.
Yes. So this becomes a 4/3, and this becomes a 5/5. So that is a total of 9. That seems unfair.
It's like, I feel like Brian is probably the one who
Yeah,
deserves that
so-
the most.
So yeah, but Brian's also the one that can just like take out my shit.
Well, he can do that either way, I guess.
But I think I'll send the 5/5 at Brian and the 4/3 at Dell.
Those are both in the air, right? I don't think Brian has any flyers.
Yeah, they're both in the air.
Which one was your commander?
The 4 commander damage.
Okay, so I took 4 commander damage.
Dell did.
Yep. Just marking on my dice.
You can mark it in the thing if you want.
It does not work for me.
Oh, okay. Oh, okay. Yeah, don't mess with your system. Never.
Yeah.
No, it's like it has like 3 options, and none of them are for commander damage, which always kind of
Huh.
throws me off.
Yeah, that's weird.
Okay. I will take a. I'll pass my turn and take a damage.
Perfect. I'll untap. I will draft. I am going to pay 2 black for Dread Return. So I'm going to return Micro Tyrant to the battlefield.
Mm-hmm.
That was my guess
who's back?
what we're gonna do because okay,
Yeah.
unearth or any number of black.
I will tap
Give me this cards.
2 to put the Soul Cleaver back on the Micro Tyrant. Swing a 3/4 at Lachlan, and then I'll send 2 1/1s at Brian.
Okay.
So I'll create a map token on attack, and then no blocks or anything.
Well, I was waiting to see what you were, because you were like making the map on attack, so I wasn't sure if you
Yeah,
were done
I
with
can't. I'm out of mana. This is at sorcery speed, anyways.
it. Okay.
Yep. So we're good to move the blocks.
They're 1/1s, just 1/1s.
Yeah, just 1/1s.
I'll block each one.
They'll both die. I will get 2 +1/+1 counters on Micro Tyrant.
Oh, right, 'cause of the thing.
Yeah, Lachlan, are you gonna block?
No, I already took the damage.
Okay, cool. Unfortunate. I will pass the turn.
I may not be able to read, but I can read.
All right. I should probably like say something to signify.
Plan for turn.
That's the only thing I didn't like. I wasn't able to order like the full kit when I got mine, and so I don't have any of the tags, and I really wish I did.
I got tags and I got the little poker chips. And I realized after I checked out, I didn't get any of the actual cards, but I'll get those
no.
eventually.
I like the poker chips though.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm excited.
So, speaking of poker chips, I actually have magic poker chips.
What?
So,
Oh, no way. That's cool.
That is pretty sick.
I like that.
Did they make a poker set years ago or something?
they did.
That's hilarious and
So as a
cool.
storm player, my opponents very much appreciate my ability to track my mana.
Oh, and I'll lose a life when I pass.
I already started my turn.
These are from
Or like Chainer Dimension Master.
Oh,
And that's all I got for now.
no attacks.
No attacks.
But yeah, like if they want to go around making products, they should make poker chips, actual poker.
Or
chips.
make stuff that doesn't exist yet. Like make some new stuff.
Yeah.
One person who actually got the full amount of shade that my post threw, because they actually don't make the Sidewinder, right? They just try and make other stuff that other people do better.
Right?
And so Obsadaddy was like, "Oh, I see." What you...
I'm gonna play a plains for turn. We'll have 2 black. Let's see. 2 black. Cost 1 less, so I just need 2 more. Rivnod Carnage Dominus. An 8/3. If a creature dying causes a triggered ability of a permanent I control, it triggers an additional time. I can pay 2 black or Phyrexian Life and exile 3 creature cards from your graveyard. Put an indestructible counter on Carnage. Do I even have 3?
I need to find my
I do
Bajuka
not.
Bog.
What's that?
I need to find my Bajuka Bog and fast.
I have 2 creatures in the graveyard right now anyway, so it wouldn't help. And I have no excess creatures to sacrifice or ways to do it properly. So I will pass turn and take a damage.
Nice. We're getting somewhere.
I wish I had
Chipping
more.
away.
This is really a problem.
What is?
Not having any mana.
Yeah, I feel you.
I got nothing but mana. I got no hand. I'm tapped. I'm hellbent.
I'm not really drawing any other things that would be nice to have.
I definitely have to increase the card draw in this deck for sure.
Yeah, 4 right now.
I think you got black in there. There's a good amount of that.
Yeah. It's something I have to do this summer is just literally tear apart every single deck and increase the card draw in all of them.
I am on March break, and I am going to Well, I'm not gonna play video games because I really don't fancy my chances of being able to like.
Right.
But my original plan was to do just that. So let's see. I will pay blue and 1 to cast Robe of the Magi.
Oh.
I
Nice.
will
That's a good one.
get an oil counter. I will get a charge counter. What's the toughness on that thingy? On the Archmagus?
I mean the
Or,
Dribnod.
no, sorry, on your Dreadbore.
But okay, yeah, it's 3.
Fine. Probably not fine, but it's fine. I will pay 1 to equip. So to equip a Shaman, Warlock, or Wizard, it costs 1. So I will put that on my Wizard. I will spend an oil counter. I will give my Wizard flying.
Hovering in the air. You shall not pass.
You shall not pass. Oh, wait. You shall not. To knock the rest of my set over. You're just taking a nap in the corner now.
I put that was the only card from Lord of the Rings I put in my Kalia deck, was because Kalia's a little fragile when she attacks, but only when she attacks you get to like plunk down Draco. So the You Shall Not Pass is such a great card. And once I have Draco that out, I just blow up all the lands because Kalia doesn't need lands after that to keep putting things out. I am going to move to combat.
As one does.
Yeah.
As one does.
All right.
I am going to gonna regret this, I bet. You have no reach creatures, correct, John?
I do have a creature with reach.
And its power and toughness?
It's a 0/3.
Okay.
But if it dies, I do get a +1 counter. My Micro Tyrant.
That's fine.
Okay.
So I will send the 5/5 in the air at Brian, and the 4th. Hold on a second. It's a 0 what?
3.
Okay. Yes. Okay. So I will send the 4/3 in the air at John, and the 5/5 in the air at Brian.
Yep, I took 5 damage.
Yeah, I'll chump. And I'll get a +1 counter on the Micro Tyrant.
So, I am going to draw 4 cards. I'm going to take this up to 11.
Crank it up to 11, guys.
You can go up to 11.
And then, so that was the trigger from the art of the equipment. And then I have the Agar trigger, which is going to draw me a card, which will take this up to 12.
What is that equipment called again?
Robe of the Arch Magi, or Arch Magi, depending on how you pronounce that word. But I always learned it as Arch Magi. And then, I'm just checking. Okay, so in my second, oh no, that was the other thing.
You shouldn't have drawn for a Robe of the Arch Magi.
Why?
Because you didn't deal combat damage to me.
Yes, I did.
No, I blocked
I haven't.
it.
Yeah. No, you didn't. Let me finish. My character, I probably drew too many cards, but I didn't look at them, so I can put them back. So I have Trample because of the archetype of aggression.
Oh, so you dealt 1 damage to me.
And whenever I deal excess damage...
So you wouldn't deal excess damage to the creature anymore, either. Because it tramples over, so it's not excess to the creature. So you can either deal 4 damage to my creature and draw 1, or deal 1 damage to me and draw 1. Because you're not assigning excess damage to the creature anymore when it's trampling over.
Okay, so I get 1 off of that.
Yeah, it's weird. That's how Brash Taunter works too. With a Trampler, it only gets to deal 1 damage to the player or whatever. It's okay. We will get this sorted out.
Yeah. Okay.
So I will take 1 damage.
Right. And I drew the card. And I played a land.
What is up with those faces? The chat, though. What do you got going on?
I don't know.
What is a Craig Asum and why is
It's like it makes a silly face, like whatever that is.
Alright, cool.
And your Mycosynth Tyrant is a what?
It is a 5/5 right now, currently.
I can do that at instant speed. I can do that. Okay. I will lose a life and pass my turn.
I will untap. I will try to drop the turn. Okay, let's see. I'll tap 3 for a Blood Rage Mycoid. So at the beginning of my end step of my Descended, I just create a 1/1 black fungus. And then I will tap this, I'll sack the map token for the Micro Tyrant to explore. That's not supposed to be, that's supposed to be the god. So that's I will put that in the graveyard and I will get a +1/+1 counter. Then that is a descent counter. I actually want that back. I'm gonna sack 3. 1, 2, 3. Getting 3 more +1/+1 counters. I should have went to combat first. It's fine. 3 +1/+1 counters, so it's a. And I'm going to Dread Return, O'Hare, Kozlem. I think that's how I say it. So it's a Trampler. O'Hare. I think it's O'Hare. So I get 3 more descent counters, or 2 more descent counters, because 2 creatures went.
It would an OJ of it. It would be Wa.
Oh.
Yeah.
Like Oaxaca. So it would be like.
Oh yeah.
Whoa, isn't it whoa? It doesn't have like a wa sound.
It's I think it's O'Hare Kozlem. Oh, it's a OJER. O'Hare Kozlem.
I don't think the O is pronounced like an O.
Oh, O'Hare.
Like yeah.
Like it's like Oaxaca, like
Wire.
Yeah.
Wahare Kozlem.
Wahare Kozlem. Okay. Whenever it deals combat damage to a player, it doesn't have trample anymore, so that doesn't. I can reveal that many cards from the top of the library, put a creature card or land onto the battlefield and the rest in the bottom. And when it dies, I return it as a land. I will move to combat. I will send my 8/8 Tyrant at Lachlan. So you have an 8/8 coming at you with Vigilance. No trample though.
So before blockers, I will tap 2, remove 3 charge counters, tap this to deal 3 damage to your Mycosynth Tyrant.
Oh, that's right. You have enough to
and
create.
And then I am going to create a Kraken. So that is an 8/8 Kraken.
Nice.
And I will throw the Kraken in front of the Mycosynth Tyrant.
All right, so we will trade. It will go to the command zone this time. No, that's fine. I forgot it. It's okay. But that was a fun turn. I will pass and lose a life.
In your turn.
Oh goodness.
I'm gonna chain her out the master. Pay 3.
That doesn't matter now.
Bink bonk. Whoop. That sure is a land I don't need.
I know that feeling.
Another mountain. 3, 6, 8. I was like, I put more lands in now. I can't stop drawing lands. But come on, no. Less of this, please. Excuse me. This makes it weird. Let's start off by paying 2. I don't even have my commander. What am I thinking? Being silly now.
Yeah, silly goose.
You get him back from the graveyard.
That day. Get a bunch of displays.
Hey, John, what do you have for blockers over there?
I have a 6/5.
Big old 6/5, baby.
Yep, that is it.
Cool.
Think I have anything else in the deck that explores? Not
good. Yeah. So first things first, I'm gonna go ahead and make a token copy of my Sauron. I'm gonna borrow your 6/5.
Dell, I swear to you, you sacrifice my thing, I will get very angry.
So I'm gonna sacrifice it.
You're a
And Brian
bastard.
and I are carefully not saying anything.
You're a bastard.
I know, but deep down, you still love me.
No, never banned. Banned.
Well,
Banned.
Good
Well, if
night,
you're going
everybody.
out, Dell, you might as well go out in style. Take him out.
You could take Tessa. You could do so many things, but you're taking my shit.
I gotta have the master multiply get in somewhere that he's not gonna die again. And that's the trick.
Well, I mean, you could have just.
I would have taken Brian's big guy actually, and then sacked it.
Yeah, you
It's
could have.
about to become a
You could have
problem.
like done anything. That he's got like.
Man, you guys keep talking about me, man. It's always
Yeah,
Brian.
Because
Brian
he
doesn't
gets
have
the
fudge.
double death.
Brian does this.
He gets like
Just
triple
taking out
death
half-
triggers now.
It's because half the life we've lost to Brian sacrificing stuff.
Yeah.
He's got
I
more
don't know
than one
about
dude
that.
over there. That's the problem.
I think most of us have lost most life just because of the fight that just ended already.
Well, yeah.
No, we're only on turn like 6 or something. You drained us for like a bunch.
Yeah.
I'm not saying it's bad. I'm just saying that your deck is more powerful than it appears to be on the surface.
I should be doing. There should be a lot cooler things out. Like not even a lot cooler. I should just have little
could-
guys that when they die make a 1/1 spirit or something.
Yeah, you could have taken his 8-3 and then swung it at him. There's so many things you could have.
It's too late. I've been banned. I made my choice.
I will give you a take back
So-
if you make the right decision.
John, I'm gonna come at you with my master. It's a 5/4
It's a 5
I make
4
a
now.
token.
God.
because he gets pumped up because I brought him back with Chainer. Spits up my little dudes over here. One coming at Lachlan and one coming at Brian. Just so it's fair, I'm gonna send the 6/5 also at Brian. And before damage is dealt, well, before I finish it, announce
I
it
should have
goes.
a blocker step first.
Yeah.
Why are you untapping stuff? What's going on?
I couldn't hear what Lachlan said. I was about to tap something.
We have to declare blockers first.
Straight to before damage, and I'm like, would you like to have a blocker step first?
Well, I meant before I finish my combat step, as well as saying.
Oh.
Before I finish announcing attackers, I'm gonna pump them up twice with Sauron's ability. So one a black and a red. Creatures I control get +2/+0 until on a turn. Each opponent loses 2 life. Doing that twice.
Shit. So I'll lose an additional 8. Okay.
Why 8? Wouldn't it
Well,
be 4?
because he pumped it up before.
Oh, your thing.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, still he's pumping them up by 2.
Yeah,
He's
it's
doing it
total
twice, right?
That's 4.
Total of 4.
Yeah.
So he's also taking 2
4.
damage from each trigger.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
So that means Brian's gonna have a 6/8/5, and then a 6/3, and Lachlan, you just have a 6/3 coming at you.
Oh wait, then hold on. It only does it once. Oof.
So wait a second. Okay.
So you get 4 damage right off the bat with that ability.
Yeah, I took that.
Right.
All right. So then I have a what's the Sauron?
6/3. Oh, the Sauron's what I borrowed from John. Or no. That's a copy of Sauron. I'm just using it tap to show that I borrowed John's thing, so I guess I should do that a little better.
But no, you were swinging a big thing at me too.
Yeah, it's the thing I borrowed from John.
yeah, but he wants to know how big it is, not what it is. How
Yeah,
big it
8/5, I think, right?
It's initially a 6/5, but you
10-5.
pumped it up. So
10-5.
So it's an 8 something.
it's a 10-5.
10/5.
All right.
Okay. So
I
it's
had
10-5.
already forgotten what the number was as well. I apologize.
All right. So I have a 10-5 and a
8/3.
8 something coming at me.
Yeah.
All right. I will block the 10-5. I will block. Yeah, I'll block the 10-5 with my 7/7. So they'll trade. Well, yeah. And when Vito's Inquisitor dies, that's going to trigger Bastion
Hold on.
of Remembrance, which will trigger 3
Hold
times.
on.
So you'll each 3
Hold on.
lose.
Okay.
Okay.
Hold on. Before combat damage,
Mhm.
announce all the blockers. You lock
Oh,
when you got a
okay.
blocker
So you're
over there,
doing
bud?
yeah, all right. Sorry. So I'm just blocking the one because that's all I can do.
You blocking one of my guys?
Nope.
Okay. So you're gonna block John's dude,
Mm-hmm.
and then take the other guy. John, you don't have any blockers. I'm not worried about you.
No.
So I am going to sacrifice John's guy
Okay.
and the token copy of Sauron. Make Oh, I have to make one more, don't I?
You don't have grins
Now,
out or anything, right? Oh, what do
I
you
was
do?
gonna pump them again just to do 2 more damage, but it doesn't matter. So I guess you'll just trade. I'm not gonna do anything with the sacks. So
Sweet. I will
you
get.
can have your.
I will get a temple of cultivation. Yay, land.
So wait, did we trade or not?
Yeah, you
You
traded.
did.
Oh, you did. Oh, so the blocks happened.
Actually, no. I will sacrifice because I don't want Brian's thing to go off. I'll just
Sure.
make 1 mana for nothing.
Okay.
Okay. All right. You could have gotten rid of one of his big things. He could sack things with it, on his turn. So it is a sack
He's
outlet.
gonna be pinging us for a lot more, though. That's what I was trying to prevent.
Well, I mean, he could have taken, his trigger doublers.
Is that what he was blocking with?
No, well, he was blocking his sack outlet with a sack out.
Yeah.
I already committed.
All right.
I already fucked up.
It's okay. It's all right. Don't worry about it, buddy.
And I think that's all I got.
Bum, bum, bum. All right, Brian.
That's super not freaking helpful deck. Awesome. So I'll just tap a black, sacrifice the treasure to put a +1/+1 counter on veto.
And it has
Making
menace.
Brian, I'm
Yep,
just thinking
I
of
can
that
read my
skit
note
you
card,
had where
thank you.
like your face in
What?
the deck of cards. That one video you made where it's your face like, come on, deck. Like, what?
Yeah.
You built me this way.
Yeah, that's exactly what it is.
Have you not
alright.
taken any commander giant damage from Agar, Brian?
I haven't taken any commander damage at all.
Yeah, you sent the storm giant at him, the
Okay.
bigger one.
I think it was only 5 though.
Oh, is nobody tracking?
I haven't
I'm
been-
tracking mine with dice.
Oh, yeah. I mean, I have been hit with 1 commander damage. I've got it up here at the top, so I'm not always opening up the interface.
Let's see. So Del, you have 3 creatures right now.
I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
Oh, sorry, 3 creatures up for deblocking. I mean,
Oh yes, sir. I'm sorry.
no,
Yeah,
I
these
wasn't.
two-
I didn't specify. Yeah. All right. And then Lachlan, how many do you have up for blocking?
2.
2. Okay. Mhm. All right. I'm gonna move to combat.
Mhm.
I'm gonna swing Veto, which is a 8/8 with menace at Del, and Tessa, which is a 4/6 at John.
All right, I'll take 4.
I will take 8.
And I just remember I could have killed you just now, John. So you
Yeah.
can stop crying.
I was expecting it, honestly. I was like, yeah, why not? Why not?
And then I will take my damage and pass turn.
He did that so you wouldn't ban me. I heard.
Oh, yeah.
what he said, right?
Is that what it is?
That's why I was playing this deck tonight, and I'm like, so I wouldn't win, and I'll get invited back.
No,
You're doing a lot of stuff over there, Lachlan. Don't cut yourself short yet.
Yeah, I mean, I'm
quite liking the design of this deck, actually.
I mean, I lose like, I feel like 80% of the time, so it's fine. I'm usually the first one taken out like 50% of the time too. So
Magic's the only
According
time I get to
stats,
win
I think
anything.
what's that?
According to my stats I've been keeping, I think I've played like 20 some games this year, and I've won like 6 of them, 5 of them. So
Yeah, I feel like definitely have won a few recently, but I did go on like a really long losing streak. But I do play a lot of jank usually. So
So didn't you win with that Sapperling token deck? That was nasty.
oh yeah, my
You're,
Rift the Awakener deck.
Yeah, man.
But that was the only time I won with that deck. I've lost with that deck so many times.
I don't think I have any choice but to do this.
do it.
Do it.
Kill us
So,
all with one shot.
I'm going to the oil counter to give Agar flying.
Nice. Wow, this is like
And then I am going to move to combat. And I will... Wizards. Okay. So, I am going to full send.
oh wow.
So, this is a wizard. So,
You say so.
this guy is going to get +1 for being a wizard, +1 for being a giant. Sorry, I have to do the math here.
Oh, you're okay.
Yep, no problem.
You are good, bud.
+1 for being a wizard.
Wizards everywhere, and not a drop the drink.
Okay.
What are you going on about, bud?
Me?
Yeah.
Then
I don't know, man. I'm vibing
He's
I
loopy.
will.
a little bit.
So this is 3 and 6. So I think I'll send this 6 at John,
Okay.
and I'll send.
Oh man, if you could only send 7 at John, at his end step.
Yes, I could.
I'm just teasing. I just thought it would be hilarious.
Yes. And then, so this is. You have no flyers, correct, Del? And nothing with reach?
Nothing with reach.
So that's 5 in the air at you, plus 5 more. So that's lethal at you, Del.
Yep.
All of that went at Del, so I will draw 5 cards.
Wild.
This would go up to 6. Draw any land? Please tell me I drew a land. I drew a land. Okay.
Winding
And
down.
going to play this, which is a mountain. And then I am going to, so I'm reducing things by 1, 2. So I need 5 manas.
Ooh.
All right.
Bless you.
I am going to cast a Cyclone Summoner. When Cyclone Summoner enters the battlefield, if you cast it from your hand, return all permanents to their owner's hands except for giants, wizards, and lands.
All right. Well, Tarion Soul Cleaver will go to my hand. Oh, well. Okay.
Oh wait, it says return all permanents. That means lands too.
No,
No.
It's except for lands.
Except for giants, wizards, and lands.
Oh, it does. Okay, yeah. Sorry, at the end there it says lands. Okay.
That's crazy. That's a
It is
pretty.
crazy.
That's a pretty good.
Same cost as a Cyclic Rift Unloaded too.
Yep.
It's basically the same thing.
I mean, unless you're playing the mirror match. All right.
I have to get rid of 4 cards.
You're good.
Take your time. I'm already dead.
Yeah, like the top card of my deck is kind of pringled, so I'm imagining it's a foil land I'm about to draw into. So
Judge.
I don't think I can. I don't think I'm gonna do anything too spicy this turn, except for lose a life. All right, Jit. Cool.
I'm just waiting for Del to take all his cards off the table and stop confusing me.
Oh. I guess I could wipe the board.
Not
I was
only
just
are you
enjoying the rest
dead,
of the
I
day.
returned everything to your hand.
I should just leave it on or just to mess with you further.
Are they all wizards? Is the master a wizard and I didn't realize it? Am I fucked? And then I'm like, no, wait. I killed him.
All right.
I could just refuse to.
No,
I'm not taking the damage.
It's not a land.
There you go.
Not great either. Alright, so I can do tap 5, just because it's a cool card, I guess. Cast Zani, Center of the Web. So at ETBs, I can collect evidence 4, so I could just banish that. I get 2 spiders with reach, right? And then I will cast the Soul Cleaver for free, and then I will pass and lose a life because
Right. Well,
I'm
that's
gonna
not,
give Brian the honor of taking you out by draining
Yeah.
you.
Yep.
well, that is not something I'm really going to be able to do. I'm going to tap a swamp to play a dark ritual, adding 3 mana to my mana pool. I will. So
Black green.
So I have 3 mana, costs 1 less. I'm going to use 2 of that to recast Bastion of Remembrance.
Bastard of Remembrance.
Yep. I still have the 1. So then a white, a black, and 1 other to recast Tessa.
Right.
And I have 4 mana left.
Well then.
And then 4 mana to recast Carnage. Oh, whenever Bastion. Oh, that's true. I guess I could do that. Huh? Interesting. Wait a second.
I was
So I
pretty
still-
sure you could do it, which is why I was like,
Yeah, right.
Yeah. So like, I still have the 4 mana. So when that came in, I made a little 1/1 white soldier token. But then I'll tap 3 and recast Veto.
Yep.
Do it like this, and then I can tap 1 to sacrifice a creature and sacrifice the little dude to put a +1/+1 counter on Veto, and then that triggers Bastion of Remembrance twice. So each opponent loses 2 life, and I'm going to gain 2 life.
I am
Welcome to the Dead Club.
right.
And
So-
then I will pass turn and get
My
smacked by a
FNM
bunch
card-
of flyers.
was
Oh, and lose a life.
what's his was Veto.
I'm sorry. What was that? What was the question?
My FNM card was Veto tonight.
Oh, really? Nice.
I had to soup. The other thing I had to the other reason it took me so long to get home was I couldn't drive because my eyes were frozen.
Right. Yeah.
So I'm sitting there trying to run FNM. Okay, so you're done?
I'm done. I passed turn.
You take your life?
I did.
Yeah. Oh goodness. So I'm gonna cast unsummon and then I'll recast.
So I will play an island.
Oh no, the host died. That means the chaos things go away.
Yeah, no.
they're like
No.
they're like emblems.
No, now you get all the rules.
Ultimate chaos. That was still a really fun game when we did that.
That game was
Oh.
nuts. I definitely played the wrong deck for that. Let's see. Did
So I
Corey
will-
win that game? I feel like
I
Corey-
think actually I won the game
Oh.
with Azuri.
So I'm gonna pay 2 red to recast Archetype of Aggression. So my creatures have trample. And then I will pay. I'm not going to do that. I either have to win this turn or I can't. So 1 red, and then my cost reduction is 1, 2, so
Mhm.
that leaves 3. And I'm gonna play Sunrise Sovereign. So other giant creatures I control get +2/+2 and have trample.
Come on, man. What are you doing, Katie?
And
Come on,
then 1 and a red to play Shared Animosity, giving me an oil counter on the Atmospheric Surgeon. And then 1 red with no kicker to cast Fires of Victory, which will give me a 2nd oil counter.
So what did those last 2 spells do?
Okay, so Shared Animosity is the one that when a creature I control attacks, if it gets +1/+0 until end of turn for each other attacking creature that shares a creature type with.
Ah, okay.
And then Fires of Victory is basically it has a kicker of 2 in blue. If this spell was kicked, draw a card. Fires of Victory deals damage to target creature or planeswalker equal to the number of cards in your hand. I have 3 cards in my hand.
But you didn't kick it.
No. So if the spell was kicked, draw a card. Period.
Right.
And then Fires of Victory deals damage to target creature or
Oh, okay.
planeswalker equal to the number of cards in your hand.
Okay.
So that's 3.
So you're dealing 3 to me?
It's target creature or planeswalker.
Okay.
So how big are your creatures?
2/4 and a 4/4.
Okay. So I think I'll deal the damage to the pretty one without the dice.
Tessa?
Makes sense. That's
But
They got the pretty one.
the reason though was so that I could get the flying the oil counter. I'll put one of those counters on Cyclone
Mhm.
and one of the counters on Agar, and I will move to combat.
we're getting into the thick of it, gents.
I think I have enough in the air.
I think you just win.
because this gets +3, 10.
Mhm.
This gets
Ow.
sorry.
7, 8, 9, then 10, at least 10.
Yeah.
And
So
then
this
that
one
guy
becomes
is like,
this is a 5. This becomes a 7. Yeah. So
we'll just call it.
Yeah.
I mean, either it's like super close, or you got it. And,
Yeah, I
Well,
think
yeah.
with the shared animosity and everything, it makes him even bigger.
yeah.
All right. Wow. What
nice job.
game. I was expecting Brian to do more for a bit there. Brian is
That was
coming off
Brian.
he's coming off really scary.
Just a really good turn 1. And that was it. Yep. Took me a while. I'm not getting any like of the creatures that
Got
you
greedy
got
and kept the
when they
soul
die.
ring hand. That's what it was.
I mean, I didn't do any excess damage really, so that part of the Agar didn't kick. But having a Psych Rift that punches your opponent in the head the next turn, that's
Especially if you get it discounted at a decent rate.
You're
Yeah.
welcome.
It was 2 cheaper. Well, it was 1 cheaper because of my trick. Yeah, so this deck, the total value of this deck had to be less than $50.
That's pretty cool.
That was one of the stipulations.
It's always nice when a budget deck like that comes in and gets wins. But
And the only card I added to it was my signature card, and it got killed on turn 1. So it turns out that it didn't need my card at all.
the Amulet of Vigor.
Now I can just take the Amulet of Vigor back out of the deck because apparently it doesn't need the Amulet of Vigor.
All right. That's
why
awesome.
you won. It was to justify. It was like revenge for the Amulet of Vigor.
That's right.
That makes sense. But I figured with the Astronaut's Altar, things would get too crazy over there for Brian, so I did what I had to do. But let's go around the table one last time and shill our stuff, and then we will call it a night. So let's start with Lachlan.
Hey, I'm Lachlan. You can find me hanging out on Twitter as Lachlan because that's how long I've been around. And on Twitch as Loch Ness, where I host a two-headed giant stream on Tuesday nights. Again, 2 teams enter, 4 friends leave, and please come be one of my 4 friends. I guess 3 friends because I don't count as my own friend.
You should.
Yeah,
Just-
totally.
I count it.
Just like with Coat, and I had Coat of Arms, and I'm like, can't really cast that because I don't sure how it's gonna. This is not a one-sided card. Yeah, I do Hate Has No Home Here events, help support our local LGS, and in general, just try and have fun playing Magic with new and old friends. So thank you for having me. It has been a true pleasure.
Of course.
I didn't kill you, so I
No.
get invited back, right?
Of course, you have an open invitation. All right. Next up, we do have the one who did kill me. We have Brian.
That's right. I am never coming back, except for next week, whatever it is that I'm scheduled, or end of the month. But I am Brian, the Unskilled Commander on YouTube. You can also find me on Twitter and Instagram, pretty much the same username. Unskilled, Commander is truncated, but whatever. So please go check out my YouTube channel, give it a subscribe. I do gameplay, deck techs. I make a lot of comedy and like combo shorts. If you're interested in that kind of stuff. The goal is to get better at Magic and hopefully raise money for charities throughout the year. It's always a good time coming on your stream, John, so thanks for having me back. Great playing with Dell and Lachlan again, because they are good, awesome people. And so thanks a lot. Thanks for watching.
Of course, yeah. It's always a pleasure to have you on. You're one of my close friends in this space. And then last but definitely not least, we have Dell, another one of my buddies.
Oh, you're gonna make me blush. I'm Dell, aka the Delicious God. You can find me on Twitter, where I post a lot of dumb stuff and try to get games together, and my YouTube as well under the same tag. I do deck techs, and I do a show called Cardboard Therapy, where I open packs, help cure my depression. So far, so good. Seems to be working. I'm still here. I just love to play, so if you guys want me to play, I'm always up for games. That's what I usually aim for, but I'm gonna try to make some more content coming up to be more of a content creator than I don't know. What's that guy on Conan O'Brien? Maybe less of a co-host and more of a
hype
figure.
man?
I like it. I'm having fun.
You mean Guillermo? No,
Guillermo, yeah. The little Spanish guy.
Guillermo.
That's me. I'm the chubby little friendly guy,
I was like, you mean
But,
the dog?
But I could remember, I don't watch too much TV anymore. That's the other thing. But I would like to note that, like, my deck really started popping off, and I was pretty excited for that. Like, it finally did something.
Yeah.
And I was like, in Commander fashion, I was one turn away from doing something really good.
If
I could have made
only,
5 copies of my Sauron and taken 5 of your guys'
if
stuff.
only you were actually targeting the threat. See this.
Look,
What,
I've actually-
Lachlan? Because Lachlan's the one that won. So she must have been the
Myron
threat.
tokens
They
that
must
didn't
have.
go away at end of turn. I'm like, oh no, yeah, Dell
No.
has got to take exacties. And everyone's about to see something that almost never happens. I am removing an Amulet of Vigor from a deck.
No.
Oh wow.
like history being made.
All right. And as always, I'm John, the Chaotic Commander. You can find me Chaotic Commander on all socials. By all socials, I mean exclusively YouTube, Twitter, and Twitch. And I have a giveaway going on. It's attached to a fundraiser. I did put the link in the chat if you're interested in that. All the details will be there. It's a lot to go over right now. We are going to raid. I think there's only really one person streaming right now. We're going to raid Brouhaha Gaming. She's playing
Yes.
Fallout New Vegas.